La 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 loo, la 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 loo.
Buckle up, buckle up, buckle up. Boycott, boycott. It's time for another episode of F. Your feelings. Unfiltered opinions. With no apologies.
Oh, I like that.
Shit action, we don't care about your feelings. So F.
I can dance. Let's try to do the wave.
Oh, that actually felt good. Yes. It's actually got a very good beat. I actually love this beat.
Well, guys, guess what? Episode number 2. If you're back, thank you so very much for following us. We certainly appreciate having you here. And always, only thing I have to say is, Anthony, F your feelings.
Daniel, F your feelings.
Jonathan, F your feelings, brother.
And to all of you out there watching us, listening to us, F your feelings too. And if you're not aware what that means, it doesn't mean we don't care what you think. You just shouldn't care what we think. It's just our opinions, our takes. This is just how we feel about life today and how we are maneuvering in it, right? It's really different for all of us. And we're just excited to do the show and show up every week. So we're excited to have you here. We have a bunch of different things to talk about as usual. But before we get started, 2 things. One, I want to give the quote of the day. But before we do, we also have a gift from Daniel's wife.
What'd you get us?
I don't know. We're going to have to find
Spend
out.
money?
She got us all dildos. We can have a little party at the end.
Why would he always goes sexual? Do you
I
notice
like
this?
it. You know,
I've never seen
it.
I don't even think he realizes that every conversation.
I'm the color guy on the show.
Yeah,
I'm the color guy.
Everyone goes to sex.
Now let me ask a question: does he go to sex because he's not getting enough sex,
Probably.
or
I don't know.
or
There is a
because
psychological
or because he just likes having sex that much?
No, I think he loves. Dan, my brother, I know him. He's in his older age. He's not very horny, but. No, you're not. But he wants to think he's horny like he used to be.
I'm going to give you the quote, and then we're going to think about it. And then while we're thinking about it, we're going to open the gift. The gift. So the quote goes like this: never limit yourself because others limited imagination. Never limit others because of your own limited imagination. So absorb that. I'll say it again. Never limit yourself because of others' limited imagination. Never limit others because of your own limited imagination. It's pretty broad. Think about that.
Or my own quote of the week: "Bitch better have my money" by AMG. It's a classic.
What is?
No, hold on.
Wait, this has my initials on.
Okay. Hold on, but let's say we open this up too quick.
She's our biggest fan.
My wife is Beth. My wife, my amazing wife.
You know what?
Said, you know what? I wanted to give a gift.
This is for John. This is for Jonathan.
Okay, well, should we open Jonathan's here so he can see it?
This is obviously for Daniel. Look, Daniel's is white.
Daniel's is white, but she didn't even, what's it? She actually wrapped ours. She didn't wrap Daniel.
She goes,
ours has our initials
She
on
didn't even wrap. She got our initials
we need to open
wrapped,
it.
and Daniel's isn't even
Let's
wrapped.
go open. I'm gonna open Jonathan's.
So, but I want to say that your wife is our biggest fan.
She is.
And when we are big, she will be the queen of our show.
Honey, please,
Beth will be the queen of the show.
If you can't subscribe to our show, love, do everything you can with us.
She is the best.
Okay, here we go.
Let's see what.
I'm a little nervous.
This is so nice of her.
Did we win the lottery? Is it something special?
I'm actually excited. I haven't got a gift in a while.
I know.
My family gets me nothing.
You get her everything.
They get you heartache. Don't they get you heartache?
Oh, what is this?
Now hold on.
Oh, it's a cup. She did like our cup with my name on it, so I can put it out like this. And F your feelings cup.
How nice.
Oh my God.
Awesome.
F your feelings cup with your name on it. Love it.
I
mean, that is a beautiful
Jonathan,
Bethany.
for you, Jonathan.
We love
brother.
you.
I'm going to use
Little
Jonathan,
brother.
I'm assuming yours is. Did you open Jonathan's?
I did.
It's the same thing. I'm actually going to pour my water in it right now.
And just so you know, my wife washed these cups already.
Oh,
it's washed already. Yes, she did. She took it upon herself. That's my, amazing wife.
Well, Auntie Bethy, we love you, and I always say it when I tell my wife, Ethan, she's not a big enough fan. I said, when we make it big, Auntie Bethy's the queen of the show.
Again, we only need 9,985,000 more subscribers. We have 63, and we're well on our way. Goodbye.
Listen, you have to start somewhere.
Like a nice long.
Jesus, how much water did you have?
That's it.
I drink 1.5 gallons of water a day.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a part of this Odonis phase you're in that you want to get? You have to drink the water.
Being hydrated is important.
Yeah.
Yes, but
I don't drink enough water. I have terrible habits. When you make me feel like I have terrible habits.
Well, that's on you.
Yeah, but I work hard. I work like a dog.
Yeah, you do. The hydration is important, but when you work out, I saw
Cheers,
it.
guys.
Oh yeah, thank you, Beth. To Beth.
Beth. Oh, and keep the branding out, right? This is we're branding.
Love
Right.
Love it, Auntie Beth again.
This is episode number 2 to episode 100, 1,000,
Yes.
and many, many more.
Well, we actually technically have the prequel as well. Maybe we'll roll those out in the next few months of about 12 or 13 episodes.
Yeah. Once we're huge, we'll put out our original horrible shows that we started with when we didn't know what we were doing.
Don't worry, you'll learn to hate us, but you'll learn to love to hate us, and then you're going to learn just to love us. And in the meantime, we want your thoughts, we want your opinions. In the description link below, you're going to see a link to being able to submit stories. So and it's audio, so you can talk to us, you can leave us messages, tell us you love us, tell us you hate us, tell us what you want to hear. We're all for it. Whatever you got, bring it. Bring it. Good, bad, indifferent. We want to see it. We want to smell it. We want to do dirty things to it.
Most likely it's sexual, for sure. Coming from
for sure.
Anything with friction.
And people used to say I was the sexual one. I mean, he brings up sexual connotations on every
Listen,
other
Pornhub has changed my whole
Yeah, but there's
portrayal
no more
of
porn. You
things.
can't even get in Pornhub right now. It proves you can't get. Try to get in Pornhub right now.
Oh my
Look at that. Look what comes up.
I always do it like during the holidays
Here.
once a year.
I don't use Pornhub.
Yeah, just quickly watch this.
You can't go to Pornhub?
Watch.
I don't even use it.
What are you talking about?
Oh, learn. Let's learn.
What do you mean?
Live and learn. Watch your governor. Let's
Okay,
go.
I see. So far you're in. Okay.
Oh,
There you
okay.
go. Oh,
Hold on, I'm going to read it.
Okay.
Dear users, as you may know, your elected officials in Florida are requiring us to verify your age, just your age.
Yeah, but you have to do a whole thing. I'm not putting my crap in these things.
Sign
My,
in?
and you have to upload your identification and shit.
RID?
Yeah, all right. I'm not doing
Oh,
this.
that's it. I'm moving to Canada. I heard they have free Pornhub. Forget this here.
You got the whole thing here.
I'll tell you, this is what I use. I don't see the governor violating that.
No, I go to.
That's pretty graphic.
What, X videos?
Yeah, I go to X videos. You go to X videos.
I've never
How'd
heard
you
of
know
it.
about X videos.
No,
I just
it's
showed you.
open.
Oh, that's what I go to.
I don't go to
that
X
somehow is. I don't know how they're going
you
away
are
from
now
that.
Ron DeSantis.
Yeah, no, sorry, Ron.
Sorry, Ron.
Don't- we don't.
Shit, we're kidding.
We don't want to mess with X videos.
We weren't here.
I know. I was thinking.
Ignore
myself,
that.
They're
Ignore
supposed
that.
to have that come up, the X videos, but
my
somehow they
God.
don't.
Hold on, you know what's really funny about this? So I'll tell you, as a kid growing up, right? Like when you discover yourself and you're playing with yourself, it's embarrassing for people to find out that you jerk off or you masturbate. Or
I was never embarrassed.
Hold on, look, I'm just saying, but like for kids, like if you say you jerk off, you masturbate, it's like, no. It's like they're embarrassed. But as an adult, I'm like, fucking hey, at this point we know everybody fucking does it.
Yeah.
And if you don't do it, I mean, I guess I feel bad for you.
I feel like I told this story before. My first time, I went to my father, Avi. When I went to him, I was 13, 14. I said, Pops, I saw that this just occurred. And he goes, don't do it. It's against the Jewish religion. I'll swear to God, never forget this till this day. It's against the Jewish religion, and you should only be using your seed to create children. That is what my father told me. And you know what? I've been doing it every day since. It didn't affect me. I mean,
Every day?
I mean, close. Wow. I mean, not every day.
And you can be an attorney too, and you do it every day too.
And that's why he's so disheveled, right?
I mean, listen, this is a 13-hour work day. At the end of the day, we do come here out from work. I love it.
Come here.
We come here from work. We come, and for all my clients and my friends and my business colleagues, they know how serious I am during work. So I look a little disheveled today. I'm sorry, but it is what it is.
It is what it is. Now, this is funny because me and Daniel go to it's just guys being guys around other guys, right? So it's a safe place for guys. And it sounds a little gay, but it's not.
It's a safe place.
It is. It's very safe. It's very, very, very safe. But there was a guy last night, tall dude, 6'7",
Huge.
He reminds me of Spicoli, a 6'7" Spicoli. Yeah. He's like, oh man, I walk on the beaches, and I used to sell things, and now I want to be a nerd. I mean, this is a cool dude, but like, and then he goes, and I'm holding my semen. And we're like, because we kind of introduce ourselves and
Passively, the way he said it was very passive.
and he was just like,
What do you mean holding my semen? I don't understand what that
so,
means.
So Daniel goes, so what do you mean? So he decided that releasing his semen so much, jerking off, as we were just happened to be mentioning, is
Not good.
It was draining him.
Really?
Like it's draining your manhood. Like you're supposed to save that. And for
does that have a scientific truth? I don't know. I've never looked it up.
Both me and Daniel were floored by his comment. I was floored that he said it.
I was impressed, and I was taken back by his honesty. I mean, he was complete. It was his first time there. He's completely honest. I was impressed.
Maybe he was just trying to be funny. That was his way to ingratiate. Was he being serious or he was being funny?
I think maybe a little of both.
Okay.
But he has a very positive way about him. I thought it was very good intentions. I was impressed.
I think he was 100% being honest.
And what is this group? Is this
It's a secret group you'll never know.
Okay, it's okay.
What is the group?
What is the part? Is it one of those groups that you're trying to get business from?
No, nothing like that.
No, so this is what it is. It's high level guys only. These are successful guys that are executives, guys that own businesses, people who relatively do okay with themselves. Okay. They join. It's not free to join, and it's basically being around guys where you don't have to be judged. You can talk about things that maybe you can't talk with others. I mean, I feel like some guys really find themselves stuck where maybe there are things that they can't say to their wives.
Which is what we're trying to do on the show.
Basically.
Kind of, but this is an open forum, but this is more like a safe place where it's just a group of guys and there's a topic and we all discuss it and we talk and we support each other. So like, perfect example.
It's not a business group?
It's a little of both.
It can be. You can get business come out
absolutely,
of it?
Absolutely.
What are those groups called that I used to be in?
BBMI groups.
BBMI. It was two. They were too committal.
Not my thing.
BNI.
And plus you have to be there at like 6 a.m.
So this is this like an every week thing?
It's once a month. But I will say,
that's doable.
It was brought to you. It was a good friend. He got me into the group. He asked me, and he said, you should come to this networking group. And I said,
so it is a networking group.
Well, it's
only networking because there's business guys.
Business guys. It's all men. I said, I'm not really into networking. I told him it's not my thing. I don't have the time. He's like, you should come. Yeah. And so it took me a few months, and I did, and
you enjoy it.
And I just feel like it is a place, like Eric said, to kind of and it's so relaxed, just to get stuff off your chest.
After a tough work week, all the issues.
Everybody's.
You just talk about it.
You're not the only one. Everybody's getting their ass kicked out there.
And you just want a place. The economy's tough.
And the cool thing about it is so the place where we go, this guy, he owns a real estate business. It's in his office. It's kind of like where we're in now, right? Like an office, right? But he's got it built out in a cool way, like it's a workspace.
The Pee-wee's Playhouse.
But he's got like a jacuzzi, and he's got a cold plunge, and he's got workout. And he's like, look, if anybody wants to come, I'll give you the code. You can use it.
Really? Oh, it sounds like a stand-up guy.
And you're not a member, so
that's okay. I'm okay with it. I don't got time for that membership.
Ultimately, it's just you can they do things with each other, and family and wives are involved, and things. It's just a group, right? Okay. So it's you know what it is. It's more like a fraternity. Okay. Like remember when you were in a fraternity, you felt you trusted you trusted your brothers. Yeah. You did things with the fraternity, and they supported you. And this is kind of.
Were you ever in a fraternity?
I was never in a fraternity.
Maybe you hit it right on the head. Maybe that's why I'm subconsciously doing it. Because I was never in a fraternity. I felt like maybe this is something that's.
And my son loves it. I mean, I'm not.
What's that like about it, right?
My son thinks it's great. Like my son just.
I've seen plenty of movies.
They all hang out together. That group, when they go to the clubs and the bars every night, the same thing. They're going with each other. Like that's their group. Yeah. That's
you're also making lifelong
life connections.
And it's great
business connections.
Yes.
Yeah, they probably will.
Daniel, before we got here, he wouldn't tell me what it is, but he says he's got something. I don't know. He's something. I mean, he wanted to get off his chest.
Dude, I have to say one thing. I know my brother's not big into science fiction, but if you guys are not watching Aliens Earth.
Oh, it's great.
I mean, listen. Yeah. Okay. So, Anthony, did you even like the Star Wars movies? The first 2 or 3 movies.
I like the first one.
So, Eric, you like the first one ever, right? The first Star Wars movies were the best
ever.
This isn't even Star Wars.
Hold on. Listen to my point. So you got the first 3 that were good, and then basically everything in between up to about Rogue One and Andor were crappy. And then you have Rogue, which is
you
great.
watched them all.
Yeah,
I've seen them all.
So basically,
they were entertaining.
Hold on, stop it. Rogue and Andor set the bar. Stop it. So what I'm trying to say is,
I don't watch any of these, so I have no clue what you're talking about.
So what I'm trying to say is Aliens, right?
To me,
so the first,
it's like an alien.
The first Aliens movie was Sigourney Weaver.
Yes,
fantastic.
That I watched.
Ridley Scott,
I watched that.
So the first 2 movies were spectacular. Came out in the mid '80s.
There was Aliens after one. There was another.
Yeah, there were like 10 of them.
Didn't know that.
So the first 2.
I remember the first one.
Were legendary with Sigourney Weaver. Now she actually created 3 movies of herself, but the third one was kind of average.
It was all right. It was like a prison colony.
That's correct. Yeah. So you fast forward to this show. It's almost better than the first 2 movies. It is fucking good.
So it's at past season 1 and 2
let me
and 3
say,
is
this
better
is a
than
prequel.
1?
This is a prequel. This takes place 2 years before Ridley Scott, Sigourney Weaver.
Right, before the first movie.
It is phenomenally well done.
That's unusual.
Now remember,
that's unusual.
Remember, you don't realize this, but when they sent them when they sent Sigourney Weaver, they knew what was out there. Mm-hmm. The corporation knew. So this is them discovering wow, there's this thing, and then they're learning about it. But anyways, I don't want to.
It's very well done. I highly recommend
We
it.
should finish off also. Did you guys now watch? You now watched the Netflix thing from last week. The Mother.
What was the name of that show?
Whatever it
He
was.
would have known what it is, so he didn't watch
No, I did
You
watch
did
it. I
watch
watched
it.
it with
I
Beth.
remember I called him and he watched it.
I watched it at like
now,
1
what
in
the
morning.
fuck did you think about that?
I think it's disturbing. Can
Hold
we
on
do
a
a spoiler here?
100%. We can spoil it
Hold
now.
on, stop. We need to be better at this, and we need to finish one topic before we move to the next.
No, I thought. I didn't. I thought that
Okay.
topic was over.
No, I mean, I never
But
gave
that's
my...
the best part about this. So we didn't finish a topic. So now that we're kind of disgruntled with each other, we're trying to get
finish it.
Daniel mentioned about that this is much better. And the reason it's better is because, so you got to think of all the movies that have come out with Alien. So we've now had prequels and movies that have happened after.
Now I disagree with this part of the sequence because we've kind of rolled into a new topic and Eric's still trying to save the old topic. I think it gets awkward. I think we should technically move on.
Moving on. Tell us, Daniel, what you saw. We already know the answer.
No.
Daniel, what the hell
What
did
did
you
we
think
do?
about that mother?
Let me tell you,
she shouldn't even be alive.
I can't tell. I don't know if she was in love with the little kid, with the boyfriend.
I think that played
she's
a role.
just a sociopath, and she was bored. It gave her. She was the center of her universe. Like she was the puppet master.
That woman's sick. Should she even be alive? Like I feel like
nowhere.
I don't even
Fuck your feelings.
I don't even feel like she should be alive.
It is disgusting. The fact that
She's a mother.
No, but the fact
She's
that
a
the daughter
mom.
wants to be friends with her again.
No, but the daughter it was weird. The daughter was very well. You could tell she's just a nice girl.
How long is she in jail for?
Wait, can we find the
She's
name of
out of
that
jail
show? What's the
already.
name of that show?
Everybody will know from
Jonathan,
last
what's
week.
the name of the show?
Now, had we done our research ahead of time, we would have known we were going to talk about this. But since we don't have information
Exactly.
ahead
I
of
just
time.
threw it out. No, because I remember last week we said we wouldn't spoil it, and I wanted Daniel to watch it. So I just thought I'd throw it out there. You know, sometimes you can go off the cuff, not on schedule here.
You should know what it's called.
That woman was crazy.
You just watched it.
It's very sad.
I was disturbed, because I know how my wife is with her kids, and it just weirded me out that her mom did that.
I agree.
And the messages she sent to her daughter. I mean, these weren't.
You're a whore.
normal
You're a
messages.
skank. You're a
You're
flat
a whore.
ass.
You're taking nut in the. I mean, who's doing this to her daughter?
It's disturbing.
It's disturbing.
It's called Unknown Number, the high school catfish.
I mean, it was just.
There you go.
I know you didn't love it because you don't like those kind of shows. I get it. It was disturbing.
I find documentaries like this boring.
Okay.
Because
this wasn't boring.
To me, I don't get entertained by
someone's
watching
grief.
somebody
I get it.
kids get tortured by their fucking mother.
It was weird.
That's not entertainment.
But that to me,
sad.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
That's
about it. That's the
I don't have to
whole.
like to watch. I'd rather watch Alien Earth.
I get it.
It is better.
I get
not gonna get
better. Yeah.
I get it. I just thought documentaries usually don't hit me like that. That hit me because I thought about my wife, the way she mothers.
terrible.
And that's a mother. Any way you look at it, that's a
But
mom.
if you actually, it is.
I just
sad
couldn't
because
get over it.
The mother was. She hasn't been working for years and years.
And she was just.
And just
this is
did
what
it
she was
paying the
doing.
bills.
What do you mean? She was doing this
did.
all day too.
And
How
she
was
was
she
trying
making
to
money?
Nothing. She wasn't.
Well, no.
They lost their house. They lost everything.
She controlled all the bills. So her husband didn't know. Her husband gave her full control of the bills. It was that type of marriage. Sometimes there's couples that do that.
I'm against that, by the way.
Yeah,
I
I would.
pay all the bills.
My wife pays all our
Even if
bills, so
my
I can't.
wife was a
But I
dude-
know where it's going. I'm visualizing.
Even
I
if
see it.
my
She could
wife
be-
was to do
No,
all
I
the
Rerouting
watch.
the money.
I would still want to know where things are and okay, let's look
I
at the
agree. Like you have
accounts,
yeah,
how
especially.
much money do we have
I
saved?
agree.
How much money do we keep?
It's weird. I agree.
how would you
Like
know
the
that?
husband was that. Like had no
oblivious?
clue.
That's on
oblivious.
him. I'm sorry,
That's on him. I
How would
agree.
you
with
not want to know?
Yeah, I agree with that. Especially because the fact they were always in financial troubles. It seems like wouldn't he be saying,
so they didn't
"Where's
know
our
they
money
were.
going with the
They
money
didn't
we
know.
have?"
I can tell you didn't watch it all the way to the end. Once I found out it was the mother, I was like, okay,
Jesus.
I'm like, this is what you got me to watch.
Yeah.
Like this is just as bad as when you want to watch documentaries on the people who get murdered and raped, and then the story.
It was that weird. It was weird. It was a terrible story.
I will tell you, I didn't mind the Dahmer one.
Oh,
that was
my
very
God.
well done.
But that wasn't out there. I watched that and felt sick.
I did.
I mean, this was
Because of the type of killings.
I mean, the way he killed. I mean, this was. How is there anybody on earth that thinks this way? I mean, I'm sitting there thinking, what the fuck is going on?
He was a.
You try to get in their head almost, and you can't. It's not even.
How about the fact that he got away, the little kid escaped, and the police officer brought him back?
And brought him
into
back
the-
to him. I mean, I was like, oh, you
Are you
kidding?
nuts?
That it really happened. I heard that story a number of times, and then you see it's
Well, that was the
terrible.
bit. Yeah.
I mean,
It was.
So, yeah, but normally documentaries like this, I just find, although Ed Gein, they're making that one, that's maybe interesting. I like documentaries like for me, like Oppenheimer, that's a documentary. That is interesting to me. It's history.
Did you like the movie? Did you like the movie?
I thought the movie was great.
Yeah, it was pretty.
I like movies that are thinking movies. Like I liked Interstellar. I like movies that make you think, that make you expand your mind. I don't want to hear about rape and murder and mothers torturing their kids for whatever stupid or even the mothers that hurt their kids with a barren by peroxide. I don't know what it's called.
Do you know what I find I can never watch? And
By
I know we're going
Munchausen
off-
by peroxide.
I know we're getting off topic. I can never watch if I'm passing a video of a man hitting a woman. I have a tough time watching that.
Where do you see that?
Yeah,
I just like let's say I pass by and for one reason I saw one and then it comes up a few more times. I have to go
You
by
mean like
quick.
domestic abuse or just some guy
Any
hitting a
abuse,
woman?
any man
Why do you
hitting a
even get
woman.
that stuff?
I don't because
I never get that.
well, if I got it once and I just looked at it for longer than a second, it hits then for the next few minutes. I'll be getting. I can't watch a man hitting a woman. I have a
Why would you
major.
wanna see that?
I'm just saying. I can't even. I can't even look at it for a second. I have
very
to.
sick.
I have to go like this immediately. I can't even watch the hit process. It bothers me that much. I don't know if you have anything that bothers you.
Do you
like
feel
that.
more fulfilled if a woman hits a man in the
It
face?
doesn't. It does. But I'm saying that wouldn't bother me if I saw a woman hit. I don't know from a natural. It just wouldn't bother
By the
me.
way, on my feeds, I don't know why, I'm getting these slap competitions. Have you ever watched
Oh
them?
my God.
How amazing.
Jesus
I can't
Christ.
help but watch these.
You do.
They slap and the guy goes down on the floor and he's
knocks
out.
his head down on the
And
thing
then-
and then falls back.
I am amazed that this
It's
is
the
even like.
weirdest thing.
I think it's on by UFC because obviously
Power
he's.
slap.
What a
Do you watch
great
this?
show.
I mean, when you pass them.
So, I'll be perfect. Speaking of social media algorithms, because it's interesting, right? Because social media is now you're being targeted. So my social media feed is a lot of biohacking, weightlifting, health stuff. But I do get like depending on which server. If I'm using TikTok, it's one thing. If I'm using Instagram, it's another.
Yeah.
They're all very similar.
It's what you maybe went to for a second,
I
and then
guess,
they
I
hit
hate
you.
that.
But
I like it because they knows what I like too.
I get some
But
really
yeah, but
weird
I don't love
twisted
it.
AI stuff, and it's like a guy that looks like a pizza that's eating himself. Like you ever see those? These really crazy AI.
Like these weird creatures, they turn themselves into a creature and they're crawling in the airport or something.
Yeah, it's
know what the fuck
weird
you're talking
AI
about.
thing.
Never
It
seen
looks
that
so
yet.
real, you don't even know.
I saw one today where a guy cuts open a watermelon and a little kid jumped out and ran away.
Really? Oh, it was AI generated.
But it
Okay.
looks so real.
Yeah, but those slap ones are insane. Like the way they. I mean, they knock
And
the
you know-
mother
and
out.
Anthony,
I mean,
they're
and
giving
you know
each
that
other
can't be
CT.
good. Yeah,
CT,
I think that it's not the same.
All of them, yeah.
You
They are
think
done.
the NFL was bad? We're gonna find out about slapping in 20 years.
They're
This
all
ain't
going to
good.
be brain dead
This
in
can't
5
be good.
years.
Still
Absolutely.
getting one shot in the head.
No, but
how many times a year do you do it?
shots,
Look
though?
at boxing.
Do you see their face? Some of them, their face actually gets tight, and their eye goes in.
Yeah.
Like it's not.
No, but I
they look
think
like they
that's
had
AI.
a stroke. No,
That
Dylan,
might be
some of them look
AI
like they have a
generated.
stroke after the hit.
Some of the stuff I get is I get a lot of UFC knockouts. I get a lot of
Those are the worst.
I saw one in slow motion where a bare knuckle fighter where you see his nose get broken.
Oh.
You can just see it get smushed, and it wasn't bleeding. He didn't get
Yeah, you're not.
that
You've
stuff-
always UFC's
I don't
always
like
sort of
stuff like that.
offended you.
I don't like
You've
watching.
never. And a lot of people love.
I take it
It
personally.
doesn't
I like it,
bother
but-
me, but I can see why people would like
You're
it and why
literally
people don't like
destroying
it.
your body.
I agree with you.
Destroying your body.
Same thing with people eating Doritos and drinking sodas.
No.
Yeah,
Stop
but this
it.
is.
Don't
This,
compare.
they
I
are-
know it's different.
I get what you're saying.
It's
It
different.
is. I mean, a weird
you're destroying
analogy,
it
but I get
slowly.
what you're saying. Yeah, the fighting. This is brutal fighting, though. I mean, they are punching each other. in
Bare
the
knuckle fighting
the
is
bare
crazy.
knuckle
I don't
fight-
watch. Hold on, I don't. I'm not really into UFC and stuff like that, but it's in my algorithm for whatever reason.
You probably have.
You know what it is?
Stopped on it for a
We have
second.
a good friend of ours, Dave Mizrahi. He's really into UFC. He knows the fighters and he watches it. He knows technique and he's really, really into it. So like when I see like a crazy knockout, I'll send it to him. Hey Dave, check. Have you seen this? He's like, oh, I've seen it. So I guess because I've shared enough of it with him that I just keep getting it.
Well, whether you like it or hate it, I can tell you
It's here to stay.
It's here to stay because I can tell you something. I know. They come to the arena, to the Kasaya Center, and it's the biggest selling event of the year. Like they are huge. Like they are big. Like they ain't going anywhere. They are big.
no.
This is big.
It's a big.
Whatever they're doing it right, and it's working for them. That's for sure.
Big.
I think it just comes from the old days of the Colosseum fights back in the Roman times. We like to see
like
it's
modern.
the animal in us that
Yeah.
likes to see pain and
Pain.
suffering and killing.
the NFL is no
but it's,
better.
it
I mean,
is-
it's just-
I
but
agree.
it's
I
different.
agree 100%.
No, but the NFL, it's
very simple.
because
controlled a little
it's
bit
sort of
more.
controlled
Yeah.
more. You don't see it as. I mean,
Hold on, I want you to think about
right.
it. You have 200+ pound men
I
running
agree.
full speed
Yeah.
into. I mean, that's
No doubt. But I think we've
Oh,
become.
that's-
I've seen some
I've
horrific
seen horrific
And how many
kids
of
and
those
injuries.
people
I've
have
seen,
CT? What's the percentage of CT? It's got to be 25%.
I don't know. We're making that's a lot.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's
more
20,
players,
25,
you
but
see
I'm sure
more
there's
players
cases we don't know.
I'm not going to mention names. There's a bunch of active players that probably have CT that, are out of their freaking minds. Not that, or probably have a few on our team.
It's funny because
The Miami Dolphins, our favorite team.
earlier we were talking about dramas and documentaries and things like that. So I found this interesting. I read an article this week. Did you know that 50 Cent has a new TV show called 50 Ways to Catch a Killer? I have no idea what it's about, but just because
He's really branded himself. I have no idea.
He's had a great.
Have you guys
50's
seen
done
it?
a lot of big things. I haven't seen it, but I heard that he did start a show. What was the show about, though? Give me the premise.
I have no idea.
Well,
I
look
just
it
like
up.
that he makes
What does
fun
it
of
say?
P. Diddy. I think he's very funny with
Oh,
P. He hates P. Diddy.
He's a troll. He's one of the
he
modern day
hates-
and I
trolls.
think it's
But he
funny
doesn't
that
just
he-
do a P Diddy. If you're out with 50, 50's coming after you. Like 50 doesn't play games. If you watch 50, he's actually quite funny.
Can you imagine if he was a full dollar bill, how big he'd be?
Oh my god.
It comes out. Oh, it just came out September 16th. Just came out. Debuted with two episodes, 6-part true crime documentary series hosted.
That's right.
Hosted and produced by 50 Cent in his G Unit Film and Television partnership with Lionsgate. All right.
And what's about?
Let's see. The case features examples. Let's see. Each episode covers a different real-life murder case, showing the unique investigation methods, evidence or expert tactics that led to solving it. 50 Cent narrates the story and guides viewers. So it's
I like those shows. I like
tell you
the
what,
I like that.
Have you ever
stuff.
watched 50 Cent's last show that he was a producer on?
The
Power?
one I liked it. I watched a
Fantastic
few.
show.
I mean, I never got into the series, but
Excellent.
the few episodes I watched were good.
The
I thought they were
first
great.
series, because there was a lot of
I've never
spin-offs,
watched it. I heard it
but
was
Power is phenomenal. I used to watch it every week with my wife.
A lot of people loved it that watched it.
Excellent
I heard.
show. Excellent. Good job, 50 Cent.
Observation.
I open mine.
Why?
It's just.
It's not an opening.
I know, but I just open it. I like to drink from the cup.
You are drinking from
No,
Anthony.
but this is like weird to me drinking from that. I know it is a weird thing I do, and I'm sorry. And
I
then
don't know what to think about this. I need everybody. Look, if you're seeing this, I need people's opinions. Is this weird or is it just me?
Let me tell you. I'll tell you a story. My wife said I did the weirdest thing this week. We were at a doctor's appointment that she's been coming to for my
Your new ass.
my new ass issue. So she comes to this. The doctor put something in my ear. The woman to check my temperature, and I said hello to it like I was talking on the phone. She goes, "Did you just say hello to the thermometer in your ear?" My wife goes, "You have lost your goddamn mind." I said hello to the thermometer. And like I was
yourself.
and I don't even smoke. I don't do drugs. I talked to the thermometer. This was in the middle of the workday. Obviously, I had to leave to go to the doctor's appointment, and I talked to the thermometer. And my wife,
been funny had you
took
answered.
notice because I just was taking a few calls before it, and then I was answering back emails because you're out of the office during the workday. And then they put the thermometer in my ear, and I said hi or something. My wife goes, "Did you just say hi to the thermometer?" She just thought it was.
I love
my wife goes, "You only Anthony. You could say hi to a
You
thermometer."
obviously knew what it was.
I didn't. I think at that moment I really thought maybe
I
I
feel
was.
like you're so disconnected from things sometimes that
I am.
you're just kind of there. So like
100%.
you're not really paying attention, and then you're used to like this, like
because I'm so focused during my workday. So when I get out of it,
Yeah, you're
at
just-
any point I've almost like lost my mind
Yeah, you,
because
like,
I'm so
disconnected,
hyper focused all day.
That's the
it does
but
affect
Anthony,
me.
that's the thing. You don't know how to just sit
Relax.
on the beach and drink. I
No,
talked about
it's
this
tough.
before. God forbid you sat on a relaxing
It's
a
hard.
chair.
relaxing for him is getting stressed out about his hurricane.
Or about that. Except what my wife says. It's funny you say that. My wife says.
I'll tell you
the
what,
same
Anthony. I'm
thing.
going to treat you. I'm doing a breathing exercise. I'm dead serious with my
need to
networking
be
group
part of
next
that.
week.
Yeah, but I
You should be.
can't do it.
Would you do that with
No,
me? I'm
because-
asking you to do it with me, Anthony. Will you breathe with me?
First of all,
you feel better.
breathing because I smoked for so many years. Breathing, I can't breathe.
But it
really,
would be
and
good for
and
you.
it gets me nervous.
But it might get you.
No, but what I'm telling you is I can't breathe really. I don't feel like I can breathe through my
can't
nose.
It's
breathe.
like when you tell me you can't lift a heavy weight and then you practice lifting the heavy weight. So it's the same thing. It's like you're stopping yourself because right now it's too hard. Well, it's hard. So you gotta
Can
make
you
better.
breathe through your nose easily, or is it natural? Like when I breathe through my nose, I feel like I breathe way better through my mouth than I do my nose.
Oh, that's
Can you-
uncomfortable. No, I breathe through my nose, but I do.
both.
But I do have allergies, so I breathe harder. It's hard for me to breathe, but I do.
Yeah, I just don't feel. It feels tough for me, and I don't know. You know, meditation for me would be.
You would
I need
probably
meditation,
probably would benefit truly. I know we talk about like diet and health. It's funny because I was telling Dan, because Dan's been struggling with like just some natural ailments from just being older and moving a lot. And I was telling him that the proper diet, because nutrients, your body needs certain things to stay healthy and like muscles not hurt or tendons tearing and things like that. So because you don't take care of yourself that way, even small changes might make you feel better, like breathing or even eating a blueberry instead of potato chips.
It's funny. My wife tried to give me a blueberry last night. I feel like you're my.
talking
I feel like you're my.
along.
Have you guys been on the phone or something?
So I have a
I'm talking
challenge
to my
for you.
wife.
I have a
I feel like
challenge.
there's a back end conversation
So
going on
Friday
here.
night when you're leaving the office, instead of you going to your typical Miami subs,
Oh.
I want you to take a plate of
Miami
blueberries
subs every Friday.
and just eat a whole plate of blueberries.
Hold on, stop. We can make it.
I don't love blueberries. I like if I eat any food, I eat strawberries.
we
Okay, can I
can
eat a
make- we can
strawberry
make
over a
this-
blueberry?
we can
Is that
make-
good for you?
No, blueberries are better than strawberries.
Okay.
More antioxidants.
Okay.
Let's do something different. So, me and Daniel are going to be doing something on his. He's got a page called loseweightveryfast.com, and I'm going to start doing some things with Daniel on that. One of the things I'm thinking about doing is a challenge. I don't want it to be a weight loss challenge because this isn't about weight loss. Now, weight loss could happen during the challenge, but my focus is really to feel better, right? So, what maybe you should do it with us, and that is that over the next couple of days, write down what you eat. Keep track of it. Okay, for breakfast I had this. For lunch or snack, I reached for this.
And if
right?
you just change one thing,
Right.
It's a better day.
So then we'll look at it. Okay, this is what Anthony ate last week. What on here?
I think you guys would be appalled if you saw when I do eat what I eat. I think you'd be appalled.
it's what you eat in between.
I would actually almost be embarrassed to show you.
Hold on. We aren't the ones that should be appalled. You should be the one.
I know, but I think I'd be embarrassed to even show you
You
what I
have
ate.
failed yourself.
No, but I feel like I would be embarrassed to even show you what I ate during a
But-
walk.
but-
Because I don't eat a lot, but when I eat, it's not good.
But the whole point of this exercise is to help you just realize by just making small changes could lead to bigger changes.
I got you.
Not only in how
think that
you
goes with
feel,
everything, yeah.
but just in general, like
Yeah,
little
I-
things,
the
baby
premise
steps,
I
right?
get.
I always say that don't chase the motivation, chase the discipline, because motivation is the reason you do it, but discipline is the reason you continue to do it, because you're disciplined enough to do
You're like
those
Socrates.
I
You got
know.
some good quotes. I like that quote. You've had two good ones today.
I appreciate
No
it. but,
problem. I'm giving you. I'm actually giving you
I'll tell you what,
kudos here.
he's ugly, but he's smart.
He's
you know what I mean? And that's why I give him a lot of credit. I give him a lot
He's
of
got a
credit. Give him a
couple
lot of
good
credit.
quotes going on this week.
Yeah.
I'm like
Yeah.
thinking when he says the quotes, I'm
know.
like, I like that one.
I do.
You know, it's funny. As I've gotten older, I've become a deep thinker, right? Not so much a deep thinker, but introspective, right?
I got it.
And as I've gone through I'm changing myself. My mindset has changed, and that's all. I want to be able to help others. And if you feel like you're struggling and you don't know where to start, don't look at it as a diet. Don't look at it. If you're eating potato chips, maybe try eating a piece of fruit.
I love potato
And
chips.
so do I.
I love them.
Who doesn't love potato chips?
fucking love them.
But you know what I've
You
realized?
know what I love? Chocolate chip cookies.
Who doesn't love chocolate chip cookies?
I love and nice the heated ones, the ones that are hot right off the house.
But you can eat them, but in moderation.
I get it. You're right.
As Farley said in Tommy Boy, why say no when it feels so good to say yes?
I agree. It's sometimes it's hard. My true love in life is sandwiches.
What kind of sandwiches?
Any kind of fungus.
Any.
I love Italian. Hold on.
general.
I grew up eating Italian, like Subway Italian sandwich. Now, granted, it's not the best one, but for me, it's nostalgic. Okay. But I like a Hero. I like gyros.
I do too.
I like
I love
I like a
gyros.
good Philly cheesesteak.
That's my go-to.
Did you guys ever like Quizonos? I
Yeah.
loved.
I
I am
didn't
so
mind
surprised
Quiznos.
they're gone.
No,
I used to love
but
the
is Quiznos
toast.
completely gone?
Gone. I
There's
don't
no
see-
more Quiznos out
Where
there.
can you toast
There
your
used to
subs?
be one in
There's gotta be
Hollywood
a
next to my
Quiznos.
office.
I'm telling you, that was like crack to me.
I didn't
love
mind
when
the
they put
Quiznos.
it in the oven.
And they did. It was hot. It was, and they had
All done.
They had really
Now you
interesting
have
bread.
Firehouse subs.
They had really.
Is that
interest-
owned by the same company?
No.
Do they still
no,
do they
no,
still
the thing
toast
is-
the bread? I guess they
Firehouse
do.
No, but they had interesting bread Quiznos.
Yes.
They had all these interesting
I loved
bread.
it.
It wasn't like normal white bread like you get at Subway or the.
agree.
They had like.
Here you go. So so they were really popular. They filed Chapter 11 in 2014, but by 2017, a number of locations had dropped in the hundreds because the franchise fees were really high. The cost applies. Yeah. So as of late, 2024, there are about 148 U.S. locations remaining. So they still
There's still
exist,
Quiznos.
but probably just
now
not
where
located
I knew
far
of
enough.
one location, it's not there anymore. Now that you got me thinking about it, it's not there. It was in a plaza in Hollywood.
It's such a treat to get.
Yeah, I liked Quiznos. Yeah,
They had the
Subway.
best
I never.
commercial.
I eat
Subway's like a roach. It will last through a nuclear war.
Yeah.
they're just so generic. Here's your 4 pieces
Yeah.
of turkey that go on your.
It's true.
It's like.
But it's working for them.
Yeah,
They've been
but
around
it's
for a
so
long time,
cookie-cutter.
and they even got through a pedophile running their operation. So you got to give them credit.
Damn it, sorry, Jared. Here's to you,
I think
buddy.
I think he's getting out soon.
No.
I just saw an article. Look, Jay's out in the next month or two, or next year.
Hide your kids,
Yeah.
hide your women.
He's out.
No,
he's
he doesn't
out.
care about the women. I think
He's out.
Don't you remember? Hide your kids, hide your wife. They're raping people up in here. Don't you remember that guy?
Where was that?
What was this?
Oh, it was
I don't remember that.
Well, I don't remember
Sorry,
what he's
Aaron,
talking
I don't know
about.
what weird
I'm
shit
gonna
you're
play
watching,
it for
Aaron.
you.
What are you talking
So
about?
this is an old
crazy.
meme. Hold on, first before we played that meme. I used to love this Quiznos commercial.
I don't even remember.
I never saw this.
They're called Sponge Monkeys.
I never heard of this.
I never heard of this, but it's actually quite a funny looking commercial.
They
Can
kind
we
of look
take
like the
this
little
about-
things from Aliens, the little insects from Aliens. Oh my god!
I wasn't a big fan of
They really were.
of
They made their
Quiznos.
subs look really
it.
nice.
But,
That's a good picture of a sub.
Anthony.
I actually, my
their
mouth
subs-
is watery.
Their subs were good.
Yeah.
I don't understand how they're not everywhere. Their subs were phenomenal. Better than Subway. They're better
Firehouse
than Subway.
subs isn't bad though.
Firehouse subs is
It's not bad, but it's not. I agree with you.
I've never
Quiznos had
been
a
in a Firehouse
different. It had a different vibe.
Who woke up to a strange man in bed with her. The woman screamed. Her brother
Antoine
rushed in to help,
Dodson
tried
is
to
his
fight
name.
the offender off.
And it was a really
The break-in
popular
happened
meme.
Early this
Hold
morning
on.
in the 500 block of
Give it a
Webster
second.
Drive in
I've
Huntsville.
never heard of that.
UFF needs Elizabeth Gemma.
Hold on, let me fast forward a little bit.
Elizabeth, emotions were running hot.
What is this? A meme or a story?
I was a garbage can to climb onto the unit's
Hold on, give me a
ledge,
second.
open the
Here
upstairs
he is, here he is.
window.
You'll recognize him when you
Oh yeah.
Well,
Oh, this guy.
we have a
I seen
rapist in Lincoln Park. He's climbing in your windows. He's snatching
He
your
made
people
songs
up,
and stuff.
trying to rape
I've
them.
seen
So
this-
y'all
I've
need
seen
to
this
hide
meme.
your
I've seen him
kids,
on memes.
Hide your wife and hide your husband because they raping everybody out here.
That's actually quite funny.
Oh, that's so funny.
That's
I've seen that before.
That's up
Oh,
there
my
with
Oh,
the
my
building is on fire.
Oh,
You know the lady, the
God.
building's on fire. She was like, "What?" And they came to my door, and she's like, "Oh, the building is on. Not today. You don't.
Oh, I've seen
Oh,
that.
this-
That guy. Yeah. This I've seen this one.
I was on the phone cooking me and my baby some breakfast. She said, "Hey, something wrong. It's popping." I said, "What?" She said, "Yeah." I said, "No." So the girl come downstairs. She come out her apartment with her baby with no shoes on. I said, "Oh, girl, it's cold outside." She said, "Something ain't right." I said, "Oh man." She said, "Oh man."
The building is on fire.
People are such characters. She's great. I love her.
Now
Ain't
it's
gonna
up.
be no fire.
God,
now.
these
Not
are
today.
these are
I want to be like
comedians.
friends with her. She's
Now they made
awesome.
it. Now they made it. Hold on, they made it a song.
Oh my
They-
god, that's
They do
very
such great
funny.
things.
Well, I mean, before AI, now they do is the
Now
AI
you-
makes
yeah,
makes
easy.
makes memes. But there was let's see if we can find this song here. There's so many of them. Let's pick this. We'll pick this a random one.
That's great.
Very funny. I guess Jonathan will have to show the video while we're there. Oh, you're allowed. I don't know.
I love it.
Yeah, well, they did the
That's
same thing.
great.
They did the same thing with Antoine Dodson as well, which is funny because it's funny because memes how they changed and the evolution of
course.
how things get social viral. Like that was
100%.
really popular.
Yeah.
Like people finding these clips of news things and then making them into songs.
Yeah.
Like Antoine Dodson was kind of popular for 15 minutes. He was like the hot Tua girl of the time. And then there was another one where she goes,
She's done a great job at maximizing her 5 minutes. I mean, she's got a podcast herself now that does somewhat these. I mean, she's her just saying, it's crazy.
and then you also have the bronchitis lady.
One resident describes her horrifying
Same thing,
experience when she
horrifying
first
experience.
Go give me a cold pop. And then I thought somebody was barbecuing. I said, "Oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire." Then I ran out. I didn't grab no shoes or nothing, Jesus. I ran for my life. And then the smoke got me. I got bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that.
And then they made that a song. They
Yeah,
ain't nobody
sure.
got time for this. Ain't
I
nobody
got
time for
bronchitis.
this. So, but that was back when auto tuning was a thing. So
That is great.
It's so good. Yeah, things have definitely
Now the big thing is the AI altered speeches. Anytime somebody's talking, it's like most of the time it's AI altered. Like when McDaniels, the coach, gives a speech about the Dolphins, he'll start
Oh, I've
rambling.
seen those.
So that's the new thing.
Yeah,
now.
what
They
is
start-
that? Who's
so you don't even know
putting
what's
those
real?
out
What's
there? No, I can figure it out
Well,
quick.
sometimes
Anybody
everybody
is.
is.
Not when they're talking that kind of nonsense. You
when
know
RFK
immediately.
When we have RFK saying that I'm trying to, whatever. I saw one recently where he's like, I'm I'm targeting gay kids or something like that. So I'm like, obviously that's not real. It's not real.
but he's so
But a
out
lot
there
of
with
people
him.
don't
That's why
believe that.
even for a second you thought it
No,
might be
I
real
never thought
because
it
he's
was-
so out there.
Stop it. He's not.
He's
not saying. Come on,
I mean,
No, but a lot of
you know.
people do believe that it's real. That's the problem. So many of them.
a lot of people.
And they're like, oh my God. why is-
I feel like I can typically tell. They are very good. Don't get me wrong. The AI is great. I feel like most of the time I can tell, especially on those ones that you're talking about. I've seen those.
Some of
they're
them are
so
real.
out there. Like the second they start saying they're ripping up their own players within that, you're like, he's not.
I mean, they're
the
called-
coach isn't going to actually do that.
Yeah, I mean, look.
It's called deepfakes.
But there are
Those
some
deepfakes.
deepfakes
They're very
that are
good.
not, that are
They're
not,
very good.
that aren't that far off.
Oh no,
may
they're
be-
getting better and better.
No, not what I mean by better. It's already good. But yes, it's easy to detect when you have a person that's saying something that you obviously know they would never say.
Yeah, exactly.
Versus somebody that's saying something that's
Close
to what they might be
then
saying,
it might be tougher.
but slightly skewed.
Yeah, skewed.
Yeah, that's a little bit tougher.
Those are tougher.
That is definitely a little bit tougher. AI is dangerous.
It really is. It's going in places I'm just getting blown away.
It is.
Just like everything else, there's like a level. I mean, if you go back to the 1900s and 1900s looking at the people in the 1920s and 1920s looking at the people in the 1940s and like...
But don't you think that I feel like they're saying this is faster than anything we've ever seen? Like this is fast.
We talked about this before. Remember, like from 1900, look, in the history of, we talk about mind expansion the last time and trillions of galaxies and all these things like that. But in the history of time which man constructed, is a blip. The Earth's been here 4 billion years. We're what, 200 years into the birth of the United States.
250.
Well,
I'm just saying. I'm just giving you. I'm not giving you exact number. Just saying.
Okay, I think
Like
it's
so,
250,
but it's
right?
literally just a fart in the wind.
We're coming up to 250 or something next year.
Will we make it 1,000 years?
200 was in '86 when they had the Statue of Liberty. Don't you remember the big
I
thing in New
remember
York?
that, and it was all over TV.
And New York changed their license plate to the Statue of Liberty.
That's right. That's very good.
Those
That's
are things
a
that I
good
remember
memory.
from my.
I remember the Statue of Liberty being under construction.
Yeah,
Remember in the mid
they
80s?
renovated it.
And
The
we,
whole thing.
because we were there.
All for the centennial. Or sorry, the quintennial.
Yeah, I don't remember.
200 years?
Yeah,
You're right,
200
because it was
years
1986 or something like that when it was under construction. I remember that. I'll never forget that.
Why was it under construction? Like
Because
for a
it would
lot of
need
years,
it
for
was
a
out
few
there.
years, like it was a few years.
Yeah, it took
where
like
you couldn't
3-4
even
years.
go visit.
Yeah.
But going back to what I was saying about this short period of time. So during this short period of time, think about the advancement. We're not that far removed from 1900s where you had people sitting on the porch with no air conditioning, no internet, no radio, nothing. To you go to like 1920 where now alcohol and entertainment and cars and people are moving, and then you get into like the 40s and the 50s. Now you have things like grocery stores that didn't even exist.
So those
and
were
then in
the
the
drastic.
70s and 80s you have fast casual
Everything's
restaurants that are so
multiplying at
popular.
a higher
Yeah.
level. Everything's multiplying.
There was no food delivery. 7-Eleven
I didn't realize you were such a historian. That was very good.
yeah, really big.
You actually just went through a good timeline of big changes.
So I'll tell you one of the
I'm
cool.
actually impressed.
One of the cool things I did when I was in high
You don't
school
impress me often, but that was good.
is I interviewed my Aunt Bertha. She lived to be 100 years
Beautiful
old.
name. I love Bertha. Great name.
She was, and I had a nice long conversation with her from what she saw. I mean, she was 90 something years old, and that was like 1980. It's gotta be 80, 90, like late 80s.
She grew up. She was born in 1900.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right. So it was an interesting conversation. What she saw in her lifetime was a lot. So now imagine what your kids are going to see in the next one, because it's already moving faster. Because from 1900 to like 1980, where now you have computers and food and grocery stores and convenience stores, things that didn't exist until like 70s, 80s, 90s. All those things started to become popular.
Our kids are going to see
Malls,
some crazy shit.
right? Malls, food in malls. It's like, and now you have AI, quantum computer. Like it's just
I miss the
different.
food court in the mall. I loved the food court when I was a kid. There, you want to go back to a time? I loved the food court.
Sparrows, food.
Whatever it was, I loved food courts when I was a kid. I loved it when I was 14, 15,
It was kind of a
16.
cafeteria
It
style,
was a
old
cafeteria,
school.
and you were just so excited. Which one am I going to go to today? That was your decision because that's how tough life
now
was.
it's like a Chelsea marketplace. You walk in there, it's like a New York.
high end. It's more high end.
Well, they
Before-
have one of those in Hollywood now. Have you been to that Hollywood one where they? Did you go?
Yeah, it's right down the street from my house. Oh,
from your office. Did you see that? It's very pricey.
I've never been inside.
It's very.
As you know, I don't.
Oh, yeah.
I don't eat. I don't.
But
eat
it's
out.
very pricey. But it's actually quite interesting concept.
I've been inside it, but I one time.
Yeah.
I know what a food hall. It's a food hall now.
It's a
not
food
court.
hall. It's a food
Right.
hall.
It's
He's
like
right.
basically a bunch of little restaurants. Instead of food trucks, imagine a food truck concept, but in
Yeah.
store format
Yes.
inside.
Yeah,
inside
that's sort of
the
what
They
it's
building.
opened
That's
one
a
up
good
in
way to
Delray
explain
and
it.
they closed it down.
Yeah.
But speaking of food courts in a mall, there was always standard things. You had a pizza place.
Always.
You had a taco place.
A burger. Always a burger.
You had that Chinese place.
Always a Chinese.
Giving out the samples. Oh, barbecue chicken, try. You get your barbecue chicken.
Always a Chinese
place.
place.
A salad place. And then there was always, and then
trying to think of Aventura. Was there a salad place?
Yeah, salad scene.
Okay.
I used to work there.
Okay, well there you
go.
go.
There were no smoothies back then. You couldn't really get a smoothie.
There
was no smoothies.
Was the potato sack.
And there was always
they had a Taco Viva. Taco Viva.
That's right.
And I love Taco Viva.
And they always had that pizza place. That pizza place was my go-to. Where you get one slice, and then if you were hungry, you ate two slices.
That was probably the main.
Now you have Shake Shack.
Yeah. It's a different. I mean, but those were nice times. I mean, you meet your buddies there. You guys sit at the table. You had to get, which one are we going to? I'll meet you at this middle table.
And they had an arcade on that floor. Remember, they had a little arcade in the corner. They did have an arcade.
At Aventura?
It was right next to Fridays. It was next to Fridays.
Really?
Yeah. Fridays was out.
Oh, yes, I remember. I remember that.
So I used to love going to the 163rd Street Mall. On the very top floor, you had Merlin's Arcade. And then you had this place called Squiggles and Giggles downstairs, which was like you get candy and stuff like that.
Yeah, we lived in the wealthier area. We didn't really.
Where did you live
that
when
was
you
way
were?
South.
Wait, I'm confused.
We lived in Aventura.
Where did you live when you grew up?
I didn't even live in that area.
But I know. How'd you know that area so well?
I would live on in Mimo, 74th Street, Belmont.
We didn't mix with those people.
We lived on the beach. It's actually a very Jewish neighborhood. I don't know what you're talking about.
But I didn't think you lived. This is when you moved from Tampa to here?
No. I moved. So in I'll give you a little history. So I was born in 75, born in New Jersey. When I was 3 years old, my mom and dad divorced. My mom moves to Florida where her parents already lived. My mom lived in Florida previous to moving to New Jersey to live with my dad. So my mom's family owned a restaurant in South Beach on Pennsylvania Avenue.
When you say her family, her parents, her sisters,
my mom's parents owned a restaurant in South Beach. And that's where my uncle went to Edison High. My mom graduated Edison High. So when we come back in 78, that's kind of, we lived in Belmead. We lived in kind of like the Rolls Royce dealership was down the street, the Playboy Club.
I know where it is.
Right there where the immigration building was. That's where I grew up. And then in 83, after I got spinal meningitis and I was a little bit much for my mom to handle, I lived with my dad. I moved to Tampa.
Moved to Tampa?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're Wolfie's Deli.
So you had a throw out too. Yeah, I didn't know you had a throw out like I was thrown out. You did.
I wasn't thrown out.
But you just said you said you had a tough.
Handle. I wasn't.
Can you imagine him that annoying? I
was a different annoying. He would have been. Oh my god.
So when I was 5, I almost died. I was in the hospital for a month. I had spinal meningitis. I saw every family member from all over the planet come to visit me because they all thought I was going to die.
Really?
I lived, as you can see.
Which thank God he did. That we're happy about. Dan.
So, but after this, because of the high fever and just the bacteria, I had to relearn some things. I got ADD. I was never really. I was very hyperactive. You
hyperactive before the meningitis, or it became?
No, it became a real problem afterwards.
Got you.
And then my mom had my sister. My mom worked full time. She was a single mom, and it started to become too much. So they asked me if I would. My dad said, "Would you want to live with me?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Actually, it's the best thing I ever did.
Really?
My dad.
And your dad.
My sister wishes she would have come with me.
Your dad's no longer around.
My dad is unfortunately.
But you guys were very close. Were you close? Was he a good dad?
Yeah, I miss him. It's funny.
But he gave you a lot of independence. I think that's what you're telling me, right?
Yeah, but he gave me a lot of independence because, once again, latchkey kid, right? My dad owned a business. He owned a chain of jewelry stores in the west coast of Florida. And when I came home from middle school, I'd get on the bus and I'd go sit in his store. It's boring, but I learned a lot about business and people and things like that. So, watching my dad talk and sell as a kid, I mean, it was influential on me. But then, but you get bored sitting there. So
but he was a hard worker?
Yeah.
Because that generation worked hard. They were hard workers.
I would get on a bus.
He's a baby boomer.
Yeah.
Did
you ever go cow tipping? Didn't you tell me?
Yeah, I got shot in the ass with rock salt.
Oh.
You got shot in the ass for wild cow.
So I lived in the middle of nowhere. So we would get when I went to high school.
That's right. You told me.
We drive out there. You try to push over, and the farmers come out and they yell at you and they shoot you in the ass.
Because it takes forever to get the cow up. That's pretty tough. How hard is it?
They do that in Winnipeg. They did a lot of cow tipping.
How do you even get the cow? That cow's 1,000 pounds. You kill it?
No, you don't even push it over. It's too heavy.
That's what I'm saying.
No, people. I've seen them pushed over. I wouldn't push it over. I wouldn't push over.
It's like 1,000 pounds.
We were never able to do it.
But I like the cow tipping. I felt guilty. I never liked hurting animals.
But I had
Does it hurt them when they fall over? You think the cow?
Probably break their bones.
Oh, I don't like
the animals. Not meant to fall over. Man, if you fell down, you could break yourself.
I don't like it.
But yeah, I had a lot of freedom as a kid. I'd get on different school buses, and I'd go to my buddy Jason Kessel's house. My dad would pick me up from there. When I got to high school,
I feel like we know Jason Kittle.
No, you don't. I didn't go to school.
Oh, sorry. But you know
everybody knows
Kittle?
Jason Kittle.
I didn't say Kittle. I said Kessel.
I think Kessel. Kessel. That's Kessel. Okay.
And then when I got to high school, I had a car, or I had friends with cars. My dad didn't get home till like 8 o'clock at night. So I get to school at 3 o'clock. I have like 5 hours before my dad even gets home. So I had to make food for myself. I went out I did whatever I wanted.
I didn't have any. I had to learn.
We're learning a lot about Eric.
I had to
today.
learn.
I'm learning as you guys are learning. I didn't know half these stories.
Guys, don't fall asleep on us.
Yeah,
I'm starting. Don't fall asleep on us. I see you.
Look,
I see you, my 67 subscribers. Don't you do it.
You stay away.
Stay awake.
As a kid that grew up in the 80s and the 90s, I mean, that was the thing. My dad worked. I had to learn to do things. I had to learn to do laundry. I had to learn to cook. I had to learn to...
Ours was different because I feel like our parents were they were so busy. So it was the same thing. I feel, and they had their other kids then too, Mom and Abby. So we were just sort of like they did.
But I don't want to say bougie. We did have a nanny, a housekeeper that kind of raised us.
Oh, you
also,
did. You did have. We had always a Jamaican.
We went through a
nanny,
barrage
two
of them.
them.
Remember there was one
Norma
crazy
and Ingrid.
That's correct. And
I
remember that
them.
one weekend
we
had a crazy nanny who went when Mom and Pop went away for the weekend. She was mean to us.
She was off.
Some weird woman treated us crappy.
But we were older, so you must have
we were
talked
like
back
12
to her.
or 13.
Did you talk back for us?
I said, why are you
Did
talking to us like that? Yeah,
I don't remember.
mean,
Dan remembers all these stories, but I vaguely remember. Like, did you protect us when she was being mean to us? Like, what did we do? You didn't let her fuck with us, did you?
She touched us in ways that I'll never forget. No, just kidding. I don't mean to be sexual. I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
I'm
you
kidding.
do.
No.
Every time she jerk you off, you did the jerk off. I mean,
No.
No, I feel like it goes back to the story. I forget it was Ingrid or Norma.
No.
She caught. Like,
so what happened? So Ingrid, I came home from school.
Getting caught.
Yeah, hold on. It was Norma. I'm
Ingrid.
sorry, it was Norma.
I
get home from school.
I love them both.
I was about
Ingrid and
I was
Norma.
15 and a half years old or 16 years old. And I just found out how to jerk off. I didn't realize it. I started, so I was home and I said, let me jerk off real quick. I have no girlfriends. I'm a loser at school. I might as well go into my own fantasy world. And I get home. I get the door. My brother always liked the margarine. I stay away from all the butter and margarine.
Jesus Christ.
I don't like, I'm sorry. Okay. All right, let's not even get into it. I know. I never liked it. I liked it nice and dry. You just get going on it. But anyways, I go ahead. I didn't lock the door. Usually I lock the door and put a chair and block.
You didn't have a door that locked back then. I don't feel like Mom and
I
Daddy took
did.
your lock
I usually
off.
used to put a chair and I used to block.
We have to block.
So I didn't do it.
Never doing that in your room.
So this Jamaican woman walks into my, God bless her, Mom. I love you, Norma. And she goes, "What you doing, boy? Go get yourself a girlfriend.
Stop playing with your dick."
She goes, "Stop playing with your dick, boy. Go get yourself a girlfriend." I was so embarrassed. I didn't talk to her for like 3 months. I was like, "Mom, did you fire Norma? Because I don't want to see it. It's fine. Why do you want her to get fired? No reason. I just want to know, is she gone?" I couldn't even see her. I was so embarrassed. It was crazy.
I mean, that was a great.
And nowadays you could care less when you get cared.
Oh, now it's like it's cool to jerk. It's like your wife wants to be a part of it. It's like it's a whole family fun time with your wife.
That was my point earlier when I said when you were younger you were embarrassed. Now it's like
I was never. I talked about it. I was very communicative. Then when I went to school,
Eric is right though, because we did live in a Puritan-based society. I mean, yes, it was a hedonistic 80s and 90s time, but a family was kind of Puritanish. Like you didn't do that in front of your
hid jerking off. Like I mean, the jerking off was natural to me.
Abby always,
in my younger years, especially.
We both grew up with a stepfather, Abby, and Abby told you it was a sin to touch yourself in this, but he always thought I was kind of gay, and I don't mean it disrespectfully. He just thought
he used to pick on you in videos.
Well,
I noticed in family videos he used to pick on you.
I'm a strong guy. Okay, I'll get through it. But he came in my room and I was playing with Star Wars action figures. And I was 23 years old and I'm playing with the Star Wars action. I wasn't 23. I'm kidding. I was like 15. He's like, "Enough with these action figures." He threw these away, and he gave me a Penthouse magazine. He said, "Have this instead," because he was really, for me, it was the flip side. He's like, "Dude, you need a magazine. You got to get yourself going." And he gave me a magazine. I was like, "What?" And it was Penthouse. And if you know anything about Penthouse, was my favorite. I was like, Superman can't do this. Like, what's going on here?
And Penthouse, like we discussed, Penthouse was the best.
I was like,
it was way better than Playboy.
Yeah,
it was like, I mean, it was the stories were great. I mean, I think we've discussed.
I love the love letter. Well, first of all, and we talked about this the first episode. Playboy love letters are the best. The Playboy stories. The Playboy magazine stories, bar none, were the best stories ever.
No,
Penthouse
the Penthouse was very.
No, I love Playboy. Playboy was beautiful.
No, they had some good stories, but
Playboy stories
like
were more darker and sexual.
Penthouse stories were so effing
they were good. I love Playboy.
They were so
I agree with
graphic,
you, and that's the way I remember them.
And hold on, I think I want to revisit this.
Like, if you didn't like to read, you read.
I learned how to read.
If you didn't like to read, you read.
When we were a kid, like, we didn't have cell phones. So if you wanted to see a naked girl, or I mean, as coming of age, you're like, you had Sears catalog, right? You had a catalog, and it was like bras.
And
like,
you're
that
looking
was my
for a
first,
boob.
That was like
Like
the
a
first
piece of a
experience
boob.
We were
for-
older than that. I was already, by the time we were already adolescents, it was all Playboy magazines.
No, but I'm talking
Hold on,
about like
stop.
12,
Hustler,
13.
At 12 or
Your
13
mom used to get those magazines. Sorry.
At 12 or 13 years old, you're not walking into a 7-Eleven and buying a magazine. They're not selling that to you.
I never bought a.
Hold on.
I never looked at a Sears catalog.
Stop and listen to me. for a
That came
second.
to mom's house, the
Never.
Sears catalog?
I want you
Never.
both to listen to what I'm saying.
I did.
Oh, please, Tom.
I'm going to tell you.
Say, please, go ahead. Enrich us
When
with
you
your
were
knowledge.
12
Years old and you wanted to fantasize
about a
right. I
naked
agree with
girl
you.
because you're now 12, you're getting an erection. Things are coming out of your penis. You're doing things to yourself. You don't have access to the internet with X video and Pornhub and women doing all kinds of.
And what's it
men
called?
doing
Those goggles you can wear now,
But you're
too.
missing one thing. You're missing the X factor. It wasn't about that. I had visuals of people I saw during the day, like a hot teacher in my grade, in my class.
You
I
had to
a math
use your
teacher.
brain back then.
First of all, no, we had a teacher
You had to
called.
use your brain.
I don't know. You went to Highland Oaks, right?
Yeah.
There was a teacher called Miss Levine. She was a math teacher.
remember.
Smoking hot teacher. I'm talking. She was pregnant at the time. She must have been the prettiest woman ever.
I remember.
Again with the weird.
Listen.
What? I'm
No,
talking
yeah,
about.
yeah,
You're
yeah.
talking about Sears catalog. I'm telling you,
Listen,
that was my
I get
Sears
it.
catalog.
I never got to where I was
I
going.
would-
You just kept interrupting
Oh,
me.
sorry. Go.
Oh, go ahead. Let's talk about this.
I want to hear more about.
Let's all talk about
I
you.
want to hear more about your crazy teacher.
Let's talk about the Sears catalog where they wear the stockings.
No. Oh, give birth, Miss Levine. Let me see your baby.
With your baby.
Come on, let's talk about your halal Arabic
Hold on, finish the
magazine.
story. Finish, because I have a teacher I remember.
I was just getting to a point about where it's easier today. So in order for you to get porn, you had to be creative. So there was a couple of ways you could do that. A, you could snoop around your parents' room. I found my dad had porno magazines. I found them underneath his mattress. I saw where he hid them. Daniel's dad handed him one. That was nice.
No, wait. That's not true. He didn't hand me one. I snuck into his drawer and I took what's
You
called.
just told us he gave you a penthouse
That's a
magazine.
penthouse. I'm talking about a bit. I went to
we're not-
town.
you're jumping to videos. We're going
You're talking about videos. You're talking about videos.
No, we're talking about
sorry.
mags.
I'm talking about
Sorry.
mags.
You had to use your
I
brain.
stole a video. Sorry, from his
So
drawer.
your dad handed you a video. I remember
he did not hand
a
me a video.
magazine.
I remember going to my buddy James's house, and he had found, like, for the first time, and there was like 4 guys, and we're like flipping through the pages. We were like, oh my god, like, you know, the seed for the first time. But the first time we got really creative was 7-Eleven. That's where they sold the nudie magazines, or a convenience store.
But weren't they in back of the clerk always?
Yeah. So, but I was taller than most kids.
So what would happen was like my friends would go in, and the clerk would be distracted by them doing crazy stuff, playing the games and being loud. And then I would be able to reach around the back, and all I could grab was this magazine I called it Oui at the time, but it's a French magazine called Oui.
And you stole it?
And I stole it.
Oh.
And I stuck it in my shirt, and we ran out.
Did you feel guilty?
No, not at all.
Jesus.
Not after you get to see the naked girls. I just that was
Yeah, it
like
was a good time.
I just think it's a different time.
It
now.
was a different
like if
time.
you wanted porn, it wasn't as easy like
What do you mean?
oh, this is great.
Yeah,
you
but-
could put a visual
But like
in your,
I said,
it could be in the porn.
didn't you have visuals? Like, wasn't there a hot
Yes.
girl you would see or a
Yes,
hot
but
person?
you didn't
and
see a titty.
Yeah, but again,
you didn't know
you
what
know,
a
you
nipple
visualize.
looked
You
like.
didn't have to see a titty
But
back then. You
that-
just
that
visualize.
goes to
Stop it.
that goes to what I've always
Stop
said.
it. Don't tell me that this hot girl you saw, you didn't want to know what her titties look like.
That's what
I
he thought about.
I imagined it in my
That's what he
head.
imagined.
No, but you want to still actually see it.
And
I was fascinated by
that was
wanting
the
to see it.
imagination aspect.
We had imagination.
We had
I'm
imagination
not
then.
saying that
We've lost those.
We've lost that. Oh, you don't have these kids have no imagination
Yeah, I'm
now.
not- yeah.
When I would go back to our days of what we had to pleasure ourselves to what these kids do. We actually had to use, like Eric said, you had to take the Sears magazine, see a piece of a boob, and take that picture. But I understand what Daniel's doing. If you loved a hot girl at school or was hot, you didn't have to see her boob. I wanted to think about her boob.
Right. I'm not disagreeing with anything that Daniel said.
Everybody had their own journey to get.
Yeah,
They got to the final destination. All right. You have a journey.
Whatever
so
got you there.
Whatever got you to the other side.
Ultimately, you're releasing your seed into nothing.
But I remember going back to teachers. I had a teacher, 5th grade. I'll never forget her, Miss Lieberman. Supposedly she was Barbara Walters' niece.
I know Miss Lieberman.
I know just.
We all know Miss Lieberman.
And Miss Lieberman, mom let her, she was moving after my 5th grade year, and she took me to help her move. And mom let me. I was helping her move. I remember being in her apartment, and in my sick little mind, I thought something was going to happen in 5th grade.
What?
I thought in my sick little mind, I was already envisioning
Anthony.
nothing
This
happened.
Poor woman's going to get in trouble.
No, I don't know where Miss Lieberman is today, but I remember you still, and I remember you taking me to your house to help you move, and my mom let me.
Mrs.
Could you imagine
Lieberman?
a parent letting their kid go with their 5th grade teacher today?
Mrs. Lieberman,
I mean, come on.
if you were out there,
We love you.
no.
She was so hot.
Please comment.
Yeah.
Please, we want to
Like, subscribe.
I mean, Miss Lieberman,
We want to see your 90-year-old saggy boobs now.
No,
please.
she's back then she was young.
You were
She-
5.
Yeah,
You're
no.
50 now,
First of
almost
all,
50 years old.
I was in 5th grade. So what are you in 5th grade?
10?
10, 11. I was in 5th grade. So today she was probably 25 then. What is she today?
She's
probably
She's
looks
15 years older than
She
you.
probably looks hot still today. She was a
Probably
good-looking
60,
woman.
63.
She's got to be in her 70s.
I just remember thinking to myself, I have a terrible memory of childhood. I don't remember much. You're not like you, but I just remember in my mind envisioning something going on between us in 5th grade.
There you go.
I was thinking about
This
it.
is my whole point. I'm not saying that I didn't imagine dirty things with I mean, obviously, right? I would imagine that still happens today. I imagine boys still see girls and imagine because a little bit.
'Cause that's a part of it,
but the curiosity part is what I'm talking about. So if you're curious and see what a vagina looks like or a nipple, you've never seen it before, other than your mom's. If maybe when you were younger, it's not the same thing. So in order to find it, I didn't have the
We
ability.
didn't even get to see it then. We weren't even breastfed. My mother thought it was like a cow. So thank you, Mom. You didn't even give us
The
that.
first time I probably ever saw a nipple or a titty was in 1983, and it was in the movie Risky Business with.
Was there a titty in that movie?
What are you talking about? Rebecca De Mornay.
Renee was naked.
I will tell you.
Oh, wait, the pool scene. No, that's not the pool scene. I'm thinking about the other movie.
First of all, there's so many great scenes in that movie. I'm being chased by Guido, the killer pimp. Classic when he's in the Porsche with his friend in the backseat.
That was a great movie.
You had Booger in that movie.
Yeah,
His
that's
best
the
friend.
friend
That was a
Backseat.
great
Love
movie.
Booger.
You have
What's the one I'm talking about with the masturbation
Pence?
scene where he was in the bathroom? The one where
Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
and he's watching the girl on
And the music comes on.
The music comes on, and she's on the thing, and you're just like, and
Phoebe
she was
Cates.
hot.
Phoebe
She
Cates.
was
How hot was Phoebe? By the
Now
way.
tell me you didn't have to see much of her
But
to
she's
use your
already showing
imagination.
you most of it.
Yeah,
That
she's
was it.
showing you got a little bit like you could take that imagination. I just wish you could have paused
By
her
the way,
back then.
I
It would
gotta
be great
say,
to pause her.
that was a good-looking woman. Phoebe Cates was
Oh,
a
she was
beautiful,
hot.
beautiful 80s woman.
But Brad in that movie is but I will tell you, Brad in that movie, he's a senior in high school. Right, so he's already hopefully at that point seen naked girls already, but
Back in the 80s, it was a different time.
But I went back. Now I liked Risky Business when I was a kid, but I didn't know why. Right, it just it's fun. And there's all the stuff that's happening, and he has to buy all the stuff back. But I've recently watched it again, and man, should I have not been allowed to watch that movie?
Really? It was that?
Watch it again. The scene where he's looking for the hooker. And he calls her and she shows up late. That whole scene with the lights off, he's like, "Hi, Joel," and she's like, "Do."
Well, it was rated R.
And then there's this whole scene with the wind and the leaves. It is so it's like softcore porn. It's
Really?
softcore.
I gotta watch it. You got me. I'm gonna watch it this week.
I will say the Fast Times Ridgemont High
loved
was
it.
way better than Risky Business.
I agree with you.
way
I
better.
was a
Way
big
better.
fan of that
I watched that
movie.
1,000 times.
Different type of movie.
You had like 50 good actors in there, all Oscar-winning actors.
Hold on.
By the way, in
Yeah,
that movie.
a great movie.
Different type of movie.
It was different.
It was
but
different. Yeah, they were
so-
different. Of course,
It was an
that was
iconic
more
movie.
of the '80s movie. The Fast Time, like Risky Business, was a motion picture. It was a good movie. Like it's a Tom Cruise movie. So it's always going to be
right. You have a comedy versus more of a drama, drama type.
But those
movie.
movies were big in the '80s. The Fast Time type movies with the Ringwall type movies with
Well, that's
Ringwall.
like that. That's the Rat Pack or whatever
like
they
that
call
one.
them. The Rat
I don't know
Pack,
if you
Rat
guys
Pack.
watch yet. Going back to that, did you watch this Charlie Sheen
I did.
3 episodes?
Not yet. Not yet.
My
Crazy.
God,
Don't-
I won't
we'll
blow
talk
that
about
for
it
you.
next-
We'll
we'll
talk
talk
about it
about it
later
next
after you
He
watch
lays it out.
He lays it out.
now we're almost at a point where we've annoyed you enough that you're ready to tune out. But before you do, we got to talk a
I
little
didn't
bit.
even realize. I can tell you, we went off today.
Yeah,
we didn't even go on script. We just went.
Yeah, this is good, right? But we do want to talk about sports, so I don't mean to cut it short. 'Cause we're having a really good time, but we do want to
Throw in
honor
our
your time as well.
Yeah.
Do you not want to talk about sports? I mean,
Can I just talk about how great the Hurricanes are?
No,
'Cause
yeah,
they're just-
I mean,
it's all
that's
about
what you
the-
got to
Before
focus
we talk
on
about
with
the
Daniel.
Canes, I want to give a shout out
Jesus.
to Michael Munchnick.
Oh,
He challenged us. He gave us a question.
He did.
He wanted to know,
yeah.
in what quarter do the Buffalo Bills remove their starters because they are kicking the Dolphins' ass?
Third. I'll call it
End of
third.
the third.
No, not even the end of the third.
I give the
By the
Dolphins
third.
a fight until the middle
By
of
the
the
third.
third.
Now, Daniel, let's say your little video of your, I mean, it's really not aging
it's the
well.
walk of shame.
My video's still aging very well, I feel like. Like, I'm looking, except for my Gators lost this
Mine
week.
too.
You're too. But I feel like my video's aging well. Your video's not aging well.
God.
You're looking not really good right now. And just a quick shout out to the last week. We could go quick. I mean, we're realizing, I think, as the weeks go on, we were very impressed with the USF win. Would you agree? It was pretty impressive.
I think Hurricanes are a real deal. I think ESPN feels that way. They're going to be college game day. It's going to be at the big deal.
And we're realizing how deep we are. I think we're realizing, again, JoJo Trader only played 9 snaps against Notre Dame. We kept saying the last couple episodes, JoJo hasn't even got a catch. The fact is, JoJo hasn't played the last 2 games. Sorry about that mistake. But the fact is, we haven't even...
Why hasn't he played the last 2 games?
He's been injured.
Yeah.
And do you know who else hasn't played the last 2 games? Our second best running back hasn't played the last 2 games. Now, Fletcher's
a beast.
But I'm just that showing you where they are. I mean, you're now seeing, without JoJo, you're seeing the likes of Malachi Tony. You're seeing that Marion guy. Yeah. You're seeing the Moore guy. You're seeing CJ Daniel. I mean, the talent here is, you got to give Mario his credit.
Okay, same time last year, we were also had we're 3-0.
Daniel, but not like
we
this.
went to 6-0
Daniel,
or 7-0.
not like this. Daniel, different.
Carson
saying.
He's like such a pretty ball.
He does.
This is such a far.
He's very efficient.
No,
different. They're very different quarterbacks.
This is a more calm. Cam was chaotic because
he was so amazing in the chaos.
He would just run around and then people would get open and he would make plays happen.
I agree with you.
Carson is running the offense and he throws a pretty
He's
ball.
very efficient. If you notice one thing, listen, he threw a couple bad passes again this game. He's done that a couple games. But all in all, but one wasn't his fault. Malachi, even though the pour was bad, it got batted off Malachi's hand, intercepted. But with that said, he's very efficient, I'm noticing. He's 23 for 28, and he's 24 for 20. I mean, he's very efficient.
And he's not afraid to put it where the guy can catch it.
He throws it up because I think he trusts his receivers.
Yeah, he trusts his receivers.
Especially CJ Daniels. They have a connection.
But I will tell you the thing that scares me is that when they start going to you and back,
please don't.
We're ranked in the top 5.
Not this time. The talent will overrun, please.
I think this is our time. If we're going to run into a problem, like I said earlier, it's going to be against like SMU or Virginia Tech or Pittsburgh at the end of the year. Yeah. But hopefully by then we have wrapped up our conference. Yeah. We're going to be in the championship game either way, and we'll make
at the end of the day, the test. You know what the test is. What the test. So I don't want to say anything until we get past FSU. We get past FSU,
and I think we got to finish with Eric's team. I mean, again, I look at good this year with my picks. I'm not even a Tampa Bay fan, but I've told you I love Baker Mayfield. I think I love the guy.
All I have to say is
I'll give him
raise the flag and fire the key.
I love him. I love everything about him.
I expected us to lose that game because we don't play Houston well.
But I just like him.
Except for one to Houston, but Baker Mayfield.
I'm a fan.
He is a gamer.
He's a gamer.
The guy
he didn't play well for the 5 previous drives, and then the last drive like nothing. Boom.
4th and 10.
Could Tua do that for us, Daniel? Could he take us down to the goddamn field? Sorry.
4th and 10, picking up the first down, and then talking trash to the guy.
As he's injured. You could tell he's a little injured. Gets up.
And
I love
he's
the
like
guy.
Josh Allen-esque quarterback.
No, Josh.
He's built like a tight end. He's strong.
No, man. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about Baker.
No, but Baker's nothing
he's strong. He's a stocky guy.
No, he's just acts tough. He plays tough for his size.
You can't compare him to Josh Allen. I agree. 6'7".
I agree.
He's a huge dude.
But Baker is awesome. You got yourself. I can't believe it makes you think of how dumb Cleveland is. How dumb is Cleveland?
Not only Cleveland, but Carolina.
Yeah, stupid.
He jumped around.
Carolina had Sam Darnold and Baker.
Yeah, and these people have professionals.
How about the Rams had him?
These people have professionals watching players every day. They have professionals watching players every day. Baker's been let go by 2 teams. And look at Cleveland now with 4 quarterbacks. It's so ridiculous. They let Baker Mayfield. I mean, it just shows you the stupidity.
I will say one thing: when you watch the last drive of Tua, the Dolphins, we had the game in our hand. Every time I talk about I get nauseous. We're on the 25-yard line. We have 4 downs. Tua, there was on 4th and 9. There were a few players open. I don't know who he threw it to. He decided he took the sack. He wasn't even able to throw it. There were clearly 1, if not 2 guys open. I don't know what he was thinking.
I feel like I'm dolphined out.
I think he lost his edge.
I feel like, do you know what it hit me this year? Do you know what hit me this year for the first time? We haven't won a playoff game in 25 years. I don't know why it's hitting me this year more than every other year.
I'm going to tell you why.
We're
Because
just
every pundit, every time you turn on your television, every time you turn on your sports, anything, it's people ripping the Dolphins and Mike McDaniel. He says the dumbest thing.
He does say that. And I used to love him. I thought he was the greatest in the beginning. I thought he was the greatest.
He doesn't even answer a question directly.
He doesn't. He talks nonsense.
Because when you're winning, It's cute.
Yeah,
But when
it's
you're
not cute
losing,
anymore.
you're
I
like,
agree.
this guy-
I hate him.
It's annoying.
He's
It's
actually
annoying.
Mike McDaniels. Loved you in the beginning. Not onto you anymore.
And
Not
now,
into it.
And now you have Tua saying
I'm
that
tired of it.
I can't do half the things that
Right.
Josh Allen does. Meanwhile, you get paid just
Such
like
an
that.
idiot. Why would you even?
Don't get me started. That's what scares me the most about the Dolphins. Tua was always the intangible that we can rely upon. I feel like his game is deteriorating. That concerns me.
Oh, and I unfortunately believe that Tua is unfortunately a what's happening with him is coaching and scheming. That meaning that I think when you get to a better coach, I'll give you an example.
But he was so good on
Hold on,
coach. He had the best offense in 2 years.
Yeah, but look at the team is lackadaisical. They don't play with energy. There's a lot of things wrong with this team. It's not talent.
They're saying Tua's not good at his second and third reads. He's poor reading after his
But
first
is
read.
that coaching?
I think so. He's not prepared.
But from day one, I don't know if it's coaching. Does Tua's attitude bother you?
No.
Like he never
He's
seems
too- he-
like
I
he
missed
cares
that.
if he loses
Anthony,
a game.
you're right. I missed
He
that Dan
doesn't
Marino. You're right.
care.
Remember
You know who's
Dan
like
Marino
that?
had that
Who?
mad.
Your coach.
Well,
He's nonchalant.
But I feel like Tua's been like that before.
Yeah.
He had. Remember, Tua was here before. He had what's
We
his
need an
name?
angry
He had
quarterback.
Brian Flores. Who's our coach before?
Brian Flores.
He had Brian Flores. I just feel like Tua always has an answer if we lose a game. Listen, we just got to get better next week. It's the same
It's quarterback
speech.
talk.
It's so
It's
boring,
quarterback.
though.
I agree.
I mean, show me that you care.
And Anthony-
that your fan base has not watched a playoff win in 25 years.
And how about this? Now I think back at the Tennessee game 4 years ago when Tua was trying to get us into the playoffs and he lost that game. I'll never forget it. He took Tua out of the game and Tua's like, what kind of coach talks to me this way and beats me down?
It bothers me.
And now I think back, I'm like, maybe Flores was right.
Yeah,
maybe he did see
was
something
right. You
that
guys should
other
have-
coaches didn't
You guys
see.
shouldn't have kept Flores.
Yeah,
That guy, look what he's doing in Minnesota.
His defense
defense is great.
He could be a head coach easily.
He's
It's
gonna
just
be.
he's blacklisted for
Hold
now.
on,
He's
no.
gotta-
The whole NFL, the lawsuit's got to finally settle itself down. Then
Is that done now? I feel
I
like
think
that
it's
ended.
starting.
He's gonna win a
Can't
bunch of
still
money.
be
He'll
going
probably
on.
win a
Is it
fortune.
still going? Yeah,
Yeah,
I haven't heard a resolution. We'll follow up on that next week.
He's gonna get
I don't
paid.
remember
He's gonna
if that
No, the
finalized.
resolution was, I think they agreed that he can. Hold on, I'll tell you right now.
Just finish it off. I remember the Flores lawsuit.
But was
Like,
there anything from the week other than the Dolphins sucking?
what else in NFL?
That excited you?
The Chargers are the real deal.
The Chargers.
by the way.
Herbert looks good
Wow.
again. He's back.
What a
He's
machine.
looking.
It's not him, it's the coach. Once again, but this is back what I was saying. All the things you said about
But
Tua.
Herbert's awesome.
Go on, all the things you said about Tua, Daniel Jones. Look at Indianapolis. All the things you said about
I'm still not buying Daniel Jones. He will blow it at the end of this year. Remember, I told you
I'll
that.
give you another example. All the things you said about Sam Darnold, he did it in Minnesota. He's doing it in Seattle. All the same thing. But Geno
He just
Smith,
won one game. They didn't even
He
win. two
looks
games.
good. Look what he did last year. What are you talking about?
He did look good last year. And
He
we'll
won
see how
14 games
But
last year.
I'm not
2
buying.
years ago.
He couldn't get
2
his,
years ago.
I'm not.
last year.
Yeah,
Minnesota.
I'm not buying Daniel Jones yet. Don't jump on that
Geno
bandwagon.
Smith, he ran up against a good defense last week in San
Yeah.
Diego, but the week before, 360 yards with the Raiders.
No. Yeah.
So my point is that you put a quarterback like that, who's a first-round talent, you put him with good coaching and coordinators.
But you're going to tell me, but Tua had 2-3 amazing years with McDaniel. I mean, we had the number
He
one
had one
offensive
good
football.
year.
2
He had
years.
one good year.
We had 2 years of the best offensive football
Well,
with Daniel.
Really
He had
one
really
we had
good
one
year.
in 2022.
And then he got injured for a portion of the second year, but he was awesome. Like, we had the best offense when he was
But that was
playing.
the following year.
When he was playing, we had the best offensive football.
Yeah, so here, court agrees Brian Flores can go to trial.
Oh, so it's not even,
once
not even resolved.
once that gets resolved, I think he'll be a coach. But
Well, listen, with
maybe
that
he'll come
said,
back to
we
Miami.
literally went off script today. I mean, we came in here with ideas, and we just went at it. We just the conversations just flowed. We started, I think, with sex and masturbation. I don't know where it started, where it ended, but it was fun. I had fun. I mean, it was great.
Do you know where it ends?
Where?
With these nuts in your mouth.
Okay, fine. That was actually good.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I only have one thing before we get out of here, and I'm gonna I dedicate this song to Daniel and the Miami Dolphins against the Buffalo Bills, because there's only one thing that's gonna happen, and that's this.
Oh, jeez. It's going to be there.
I find the score.
This is how your head will be ringing by the second quarter, Daniel, of that game.
Final score: Dolphins 10, Buffalo 45.
Oh, I'm surprised you're giving us 10.
No, Miami Dolphins are going to upset. They're going to do it. Yes, they're winning this game tomorrow.
Oh,
No way.
God.
I'm very
way.
bright.
We
Keep it
love
going.
you. Subscribe, like. Again, we love you all, and we want to hear your stories. And
Yeah.
listen, another great week.
Go to the link in the description. Submit your stories.
Please
questions.
submit them. We'll bring them
Michael,
up.
thank you so much for
Mike,
submitting
we
your
love the
question.
question.
Bring them more. We share our content. Let's go. Let's raise the flag. Let's raise the community. Let's go.
You silly, silly boy.